Welcome to Rewire Yourself Rich, the podcast for the woman who's done with temporary bullshit mindset shifts and ready for a full nervous system level identity upgrade. The woman who knows she was born to transform the world with her unique superpowers. I'm your host, Kelly Pender, wealth identity rewiring expert, intuitive mentor, and creator of the Rich Coded Method. In our world, we don't manifest like needy ass bitches. We re-encode the big fucking deal wealthy woman back into yourselves. We shift your DNA to remember who the fuck you are. Ready to become rich coded, getting paid to exist? Let's fucking go. You want to have a 5-figure day? Let me ask you a question. Do you have a 5-figure offer? It gets to be that simple. And some of you do. Some of you may want to reassess your fame offer, aka the offer that you're meant to be known for, the one that you are shamelessly selling every single motherfucking day. And wherever you are, I want you to do a little bit of an audit, of an assessment. And I want you to just peruse the programs, the offerings that you have going on. And I want you to pick one offer, this is your fame offer, that you are going to go all the way the fuck in on, balls to the wall, what you're meant to be known for, the one that you know is going to make a global impact. Can you choose and pick one offer that you're going to go all the way in on, balls to the wall, for the next rest of the year, next year, infinity and beyond? Can you choose one? And then can you look at your pricing and see, have I been undervaluing myself? Have I been waiting for a certain amount of people enrolled, a certain amount of clients, a certain amount of sales, to then decide I'm allowed to raise my prices, to then decide I'm allowed to make the container a full year? Or go from 3 months to 6 months, or 6 months to a year? I want you to do an assessment, because the truth is, I'm looking at all of your desires. Amazing. 20K months, 35K months. I'm seeing 20K days. Great. Perfect. Now we get to pull in a little bit of logic, just a little bit, not lady logic, but we get to pull in a little bit of logic so that we have a structure to support your desire. So for those who want a 20K day, 10K day, whatever it may be, 50K day, do you have programs that support that desire? Because if not, in order to have a 20K day, I want you to actually use logic here, because we do love math. How many spots in your program do you need to sell in order to allow that to happen? And does that number match the output that you're willing to put in? Or does that feel like a lot of work? Does it feel like you have to try really hard? Because if so, that's an energetic mismatch. Okay? And let me just tell you a quick story. Before I became the 5-figure day woman, the most expensive lesson I had was $17,000 that I invested in a strategy that I tried to use for a year and a half. And did it work? Yeah, because any strategy can work if you make it fucking work. If you push, if you try to fit the energetic blueprint and mold of the strategy that the person came from, which is what I did. Did it work? Yeah. Did it feel good on my system? No. Did I have time for all of the sales calls that it required? No. Was my pricing of my program matching my desire of having a 5-figure day? Fuck no. And because we're talking logic, because we're talking math, by the way, I am a nerd at heart. I love math. I love science. In order for me to have a 10K day, that meant, following the strategy that I was using, I would have had to have 9+ sales calls in a day in order for 30% of those sales calls to convert. I do not have time for that many sales calls. I never did. And that $17,000 strategy that I invested in, it's in the trash, baby. Because your success does not come from anyone else's strategy. And let me just be so real with you. This strategy that I learned, it was so masculine. It was someone who doesn't have any kids, doesn't, no offense, but let's be real here. Kids take up time. Okay? And so I was implementing a strategy based off of someone who had a 10-hour workday. I do not have that. And this is why I'm such an anti-strategy slut, because I do not find joy in squeezing myself into someone else's strategy that worked for them, for their specific energetic output. And so what I did is I essentially just threw that in the trash. And that $17,000 investment, it wasn't a waste. It was the biggest blessing in disguise. Because look at everything I teach now. We're the anti-strategy sluts. We're the rich rule breakers. We don't lead with strategy. It's frequency first, strategy second. That became my whole backing of my body of work. That allowed me to see strategy isn't the end all be all. It's actually identity. Because I was using that strategy. I never had a 5-figure day using that strategy. Using that strategy, it took me over a year to finally hit 10K months. I never had a 10K week using that strategy. Okay. And so after I threw it in the trash is when I saw, I was actually afraid to raise my pricing because I thought I wasn't there yet. I thought that I wasn't deemed the crown of worthiness yet. I thought that I needed something else in order for me to justify that I was allowed to raise my pricing. And I was scared shitless, not gonna lie to you, to have a 3-month container, to then allow it to go to 6 months, to then allow it to go to solely a 12-month container. Because as you're starting to see, when you're viewing yourself in a different lens, when you are encoding a new identity, it's not an overnight thing. And every single time you hit a new income, visibility, fame level, it requires next level identity, next level frequency. So we're always ascending. We're always up leveling. It's not a hit it and quit it. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. And so here's what I started to do. I looked at my containers. I looked at my pricing and I'm like, this isn't matching what it is that I desire. This isn't matching my expertise. And I wasn't seeing my value at all. I was waiting to hear from other people if I was valuable enough. And that was an old subconscious belief that I had to completely shatter and rewire and rewrite. And so in Rich Coded, we install your value codes first because they do not come externally from you. They come within you internally. And so when you see your value first and foremost, When you see truly, truly how life-altering you are, your body of work is, your frequency, the codes that you hold, when you see that first, when you see your value, we install those value codes, and then guess what? You become bought into you. And then what happens is you go from, does anyone even care? Does anyone even want in? Does this even matter? To, holy fuck, my body of work, my fame offer / program is the best fucking thing to exist in this dimension. And you become so bought into you, and then guess what happens? Your soulmate fuck yes clients are bought into you. Why? Because you're bought into you first. Shamelessly, audaciously, and with conviction. So of course they're bought into you. Of course you don't need to convince. Of course you don't need to chase sales. Of course you don't need to try to explain or make them understand, because you fucking understand. Because you're convicted, so there is no convincing. Remember I said everything is a mirror. And so I want you to do a little assessment on your programs, on your offerings, and I want you to choose your fame offer. What is the offer that you want to be known for? What is the offer that when someone comes to your page, it's like, it's so obvious that this is it. So obvious that this is it. And let me just clear something for you. Talking about someone else's strategy. We were taught to nourish the clients along the client journey, which, by the way, you create your own fucking client journey according to your energetic blueprint, not someone else's, okay? We do that in Rich Coded based off of what feels best for you and your gifts and your energy. And so we were taught they come in through your freebie, through your lead magnet, and then you upsell to the $27 offer. And then from there to the $270 offer. And then from there to the $2,700 offer. And then from there to the $27,000 offer. What if someone can just find you, listen to a podcast, watch a reel, and they're like, I'm all the way the fuck in on the $27K fame offer. I went in. I want this. She's it. I don't even know what it is, but I'm in. Did you know that that's a possibility? Yeah. And so knowing that that's a possibility, are you leading as her? Are you leading as the one? Are you leading as the one who has the fame offer, the 5-figure fame offer that's the best thing to exist in this dimension? Are you seeing your value? And I'll never say to you, because I don't really believe in this, because I used to have business coaches say this to me, just raise your prices. Okay, guess what I would do? Raise my price, and I would be like, oh God. I'd sell it once with that restriction, and then I'd be like, oh God, no one bought, I need to lower the price. Back to my safety, financial threshold of what feels safe for me to price and offer. It didn't work because I didn't get behind it. It didn't work because I didn't see my value. My value codes weren't installed. I wasn't shameless. I wasn't audacious. I wasn't convicted. I wasn't seeing myself. I wasn't operating or leading as the one. So of course that didn't feel good. So I'll never say to you, just raise your price. You're the one who gets to feel that first. And it starts with seeing your value. Okay? So for those who put in their wants and desires, I desire a 10K day. I desire a 20K day. I desire 35K day, whatever it may be. Is your fame offer matching? Is the math mathin'? My math wasn't mathin' with that 17K strategy that I do not use at all. It was not mathin'. I would have had to do so much in order for that to happen. And I don't operate that way. I'm a projector in human design. I have very little energy. I get my energy from you guys. Hello. All right. I do not work 10 hours a day. I cannot physically, and I will not. That's a standard of mine. So this is a conversation to not only tap into a 5-figure day, but to also invite you to look at, how are you structuring your business? How are you leading your business? Is it based off of someone else's rules? Is it based off of someone else's energetic output? Is it based off of someone else's strategy? Because I could not apply someone else's strategy who was a manifesting generator. I could not apply someone else's sales call strategy who wasn't also with her 2 kids during the day. I did not have time for that. Why did I even think that that would work? I don't know. Because I was seeking safety in someone else's strategy. Did you know that success is not found in anyone else's strategy? Success is found within you. You create your own success strategy. You are the fucking strategy. You get to do it your way. Did you know that you can make anything work? Did you know that you can make anything happen? Did you know that you can make anything possible? Yeah. So who said there's one way to lead your business? There's one way to structure your business. There's one way to run a program. There's one way to price a program. There's one and only client journey. There's one and only way to lead your movement. How many times have I said to you, I don't believe in one size fits all? Because one size fits all, in my opinion, does not exist. And I would never tell you to structure your business the way mine's structured, because you're not me, you're you. And so how do you desire to run your business? How do you desire to lead your business? What do you desire to sell? What impact do you desire to make? How do you desire to serve? It's going to be completely different than anyone else's business, because your unique energetic blueprint, your unique frequency is different. Remember, we already spoke about your unique money encoding blueprint. It's yours. It's no one else's. You don't have to squeeze yourself into anyone else's strategy, and you sure as shit don't need to squeeze yourself into anyone else's industry. My mission in life is to allow other women to see their wealth weapon, their God-given gifts, and to create their own motherfucking industry based off of their own movement, based off of their own energetic blueprint and frequency. That's what I'm about. That's what my soul came here to lead, to live, to breathe, as I just took a deep breath. What did your soul come here to do? What movement did you come here to lead? When you give yourself full fucking permission to tap into that, to own that shamelessly, audaciously, and with conviction, 5-figure days are going to be so easy for you. That's one sale. Doesn't that feel so much better than, oh my God, I have to make 20 sales this month in order to have what I want? Pressure, force, hustle. That's no longer the standard. You are the woman who sells from your frequency. And in order to do that, you have to tap into how you want to run, lead, structure your business, how you want to run, lead, structure your programs, how you want to price them. Okay? There are no rules. What is it that you want? You can make any fucking thing work. And it's going to work real easily when you do it your way, because your way is the way. Your way has always been the way. You were just told by some coach in the past, that's not going to work. No one's going to buy that. No one's going to understand that. Because all they knew was the one way that they were taught from someone else. Ugh. Ick. That's the ick. That feels like jail. I don't know how else to explain that. The energy around that is like jail. And you came here to be free, to have freedom in your business. So why would you follow someone else's strategy that's been passed down from coach to coach to coach to coach? Ick. You get to free yourself by breaking free from the rules, the business rules, the strategy rules that you've been following, and do it your fucking way. You're the one who holds the key. You literally hold the key. You can unlock yourself from that jail cell and set yourself the fuck free. That key has always been in your hands. And this is the biggest energetic permission slip that's been channeled through. I wasn't even planning on sharing. Here it is. That you get to set yourself free. You get to do it your way. You get to lead your way. When you do that is when 5-figure days become so easy. So easy. And then it becomes who you are. And you get to normalize 5-figure days in your body first, so that it can then land in your bank account. It starts in your body first. It starts in your frequency first. It starts in your identity first. And from there, you bend reality in your favor. So knowing that you are encoding the identity of the 10K day woman, look at your business. Look at your programs. Look at how you're structuring your business. What wants to fall away? What wants to be restructured? What wants to be tweaked? What wants to be expanded? What prices want to be massively raised? Maybe times 3, maybe times 5. What wants to be birthed? You get to decide. You get to decide. So fun. We get to create, build, or tweak your 5-figure fame offer and get you fully behind it, the identity encoded so that you're bought into you. And then, of course, your soulmate fuck yes clients are bought into you. You are fucking amazing. You are meant for massive, monumentous, earth-shattering. Those aren't even words to describe the impact that you're meant to make and to just lead your movement and your body of work and your legacy. I'm going to cry thinking about it. And you heard me talk about it. If you feel called, if you're ready to implement the codes, the frequency, and encode a new identity that's going to fully back the movement that you're leading, Rich Coded is our 12-month mastermind. If you're ready for identity-backed sales, global visibility, and brand demand that makes you unapologetically that bitch they throw their credit cards at on repeat. And this is where we turn your seduction signals on to become a silent yes, where you sell through your frequency, which is the new way of selling. This is where we craft or tweak or go deeper into your 5-figure fame offer that makes you known. And this is where we encode safety in your nervous system so that you have the capacity to hold more money, more visibility, more leadership, more fame without shrinking, without self-sabotaging, without pulling back or pulling the energetic plug. And right now, I have super exciting bonuses. When you apply to the mastermind before June 30th, you lock in a one-on-one, fully expressed and paid VIP day, which is a one-on-one call with me and then a full Telegram day with me to then implement everything that came through on the call, where we will craft or tweak or build your 5-figure fame offer your way, your client journey your way, so that your business is structured your way. It's not tainted with anyone else's rules or anyone else's blueprint, yours only. This is a $5,555 value. You get that as a pay in full bonus, and you also save $2,000 before June 30th. DM me Mastermind to apply. It is an application process, just so I can see where you're at, where you're going, to make sure that we are an energetic match. You can DM me Mastermind to apply. And if you're more of a one-on-one girly, I also have a one-on-one intensive. It's called the Yes Effect. And this is where we sharpen your messaging and position you as a silent yes. So this is 30 days inside Telegram and 2 calls. Okay. And we're going to position you, your frequency, your identity, your brand, so people feel you the second you open your mouth. There are only 2 spots right now. They're currently 50% off. DM me the word intensive and I'll send you the link. It's 50% off until the end of the month. So what day is the end of the month? 31st? Yeah, May 31st. So if you're a one-on-one girly and you want the intensive, just DM me the word intensive. There's only 2 spots open. I'll DM you the link. Or if you're like, girl, I'm in it for a fucking year. I'm in it to win it. Let's go to the moon with my disruptive movement and brand. Then DM Mastermind to apply. All right. I love you all. You are incredible. I already told you this, but I'll tell you again and again and again. I see you winning. I see you as the one. I see you as that bitch. I see you as the one and only. You just, you have it all. You're the it factor. You are everything. And I'm sharing this with you to feel this within you so that you can allow yourself to see yourself the way that I do, so that you can lead as her, speak as her, create as her, show up as her. And just a last little channeled permission slip that's coming through. Your movement is meant to move people. So the more bold, savage, audacious, just all of who the fuck you are is felt within you. When you're feeling yourself, other people are feeling you, right? And you get to activate the identity, the codes within your community, within your audience, within your soulmate, fuck yes clients. Because when you activate the codes, the identity of who they are becoming, that your body of work is leading them through, that's how you're going to move them. They're going to feel moved because you're activating the codes within them. And then what do people do when they feel moved? They take action. They want to join. They want to enroll. They want to sign up. They want to work with you. Why? Because they want to be led by you. It all starts with seeing yourself this way, moving this way, boldly expressing yourself in the way of who the fuck you are, activating the codes within others, moving them, and they move into your world. It gets to be that easy. It gets to be that simple. This is what we normalize inside Rich Coded. I love you so much. Have a beautiful day, and I'll be talking to you soon. Mwah. If you loved this episode as much as I did, please take a screenshot and tag me on Instagram so I can share you and your incredible body of work to my network and celebrate you. And as a special abundance gift, please give us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram, and I'll send you my sexy sales hypnosis to rewire yourself rich in your sleep.